Hey everyone, it's Don from CrossFit Inland Empire, and we all have that paleo challenge coming up, and for the last 15-20 weeks I've been trying to really stick to a paleo diet. Now I know there's a lot of different varieties of paleo out there, so what my goal is to show you some very simple, easy meals that we can put together and use. And being that you're with CrossFit, you're used to having scalable workouts. Not all of us can do the RX, and some of us may have family members who don't really want to eat fully paleo. But the whole point of this meal is quick, easy, and I'm going to show you some scalable options that you can tweak it up some if you're not fully into paleo and you want to use some of these little things that might be considered a cheat. But the first thing is, it's a chicken dish. And the chicken dish starts with chicken breasts that you can purchase at Vaughn's. These many breasts right here were $7. And you will purchase any type of vegetables you like. Frozen vegetables I prefer because I can keep them in the freezer. And it's a lot quicker when I go through and I can pull anything out. Now you got to remember, I'm using Brussels sprouts today, but you can use things like broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, even mixtures. Now be careful that you're not using green beans and things like that because that would violate true paleo. Also with this, I am going to use sweet potatoes because on the Lurong challenge, sweet potatoes are allowed. But if you're strict paleo, these are not allowed. And then finally, you can use like an avocado oil or an olive oil, which are completely acceptable as your topping. Now today, I'm also going to show you that you can use this wonderful seasoning from Kirkland's. It's an organic, no salt seasoning. I put this on everything. It's completely paleo, no sugar included, and it tastes great on everything. Today I'm going to show you some ways to also enhance the flavor, although I think it tastes great like that. Instead of using the seasoning, you can also use the Italian seasoning. Instead of using one of these oils, if you want, like Primal Instinct and things, you can use butter and put that on in place of the oil. And I also have some red and white potatoes that I'm going to put on the side next to the sweet potato because there are people in my family that don't like sweet potatoes. Can you believe that? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your Pyrex dish and your oven will be preheated at 350 degrees. So that's 350 degrees. We will take our chicken breasts and we're going to lay those right across our Pyrex dish like this. And this video, because I have a lot of time I'm spending doing other things, I'm not going to edit it, and you're going to see it just the way you would prepare it at home. Just put this off to the side, wash the hands off a little bit, and then take your frozen vegetables, open it up, pour them right along the side, just like this. Now depending on how many people are in your family, you can determine how many vegetables you want. Now for us, that many will work just fine. And we're going to have sweet potatoes like I told you. I've already washed these, so don't worry that you're going, oh, he's putting in dirty sweet potatoes or that. Also, some of you may really like organic stuff, so you can set those potatoes just like that. And sweet potatoes are a little more dense than regular potatoes, so sometimes you need to cut them a little bit more in order to get a little bit more thorough cooking. And remember I told you I'm having other family members eat this tonight, so I'm scaling this. I'm putting in a red potato right next to it, and I'm also going to put in a white potato right up here on top. Now that is how the meal will look before it goes into the oven. 100% paleo would be using this non-salt organic seasoning you can get at Kirkland's, or you can use this Italian seasoning that tastes really good, but just to be warned, it does have sugar in it, and if you were in the Lurong challenge, it would count as a cheat. So you would stick with this. And you know what? This seasoning is so good, and since there's no salt, I liberally use it as I season up all of my stuff. I use this for a lot of different dishes. I have a dish called Dash that I put out that tastes really good with it, and just overly seasoned. Now, if you wanted to be non-paleo, but on the lighter versions, you can use real butter. One of the big things we talk about is not using artificial things like margarine or anything like that. So for this meal, I'm going to use some avocado oil. Now you can get olive oil, you can use that, or you can use butter, like I was saying. And all that you have to do is drizzle it across the top. And it's just for a little bit of cooking, and that is it. There's your meal. It's ready. I think this has taken us maybe a maximum of 5 minutes. Now if you like to enhance this a little and you have more time, you can chop up some garlic and put on top. You can slice a piece of onion and lay some onions over the top. We would take this, put it into our preheated oven, 350 degrees for 1 hour. And we'll be back in a little bit to see how it looks when it comes out. Okay, well with the magic of video, it's been an hour now. Remember, 1 hour at 350 degrees. We'll come over to the oven. Pull out our meal and set it here. It actually looks wonderful. And a few moments ago, I checked it. I wish you had smell-o-vision on here. It smells terrific. So to recap, this is basically a simple chicken meal that you can put together. You know, if you have to run out, you have a busy family, you take kids to soccer practice or baseball or football, you take a Pyrex dish, you put the number of chicken breasts you want in there. They're pre-thawed, and you put frozen vegetables, whatever you like on one side, and a potato that you like on the other side. Sweet potato if you're in the Lurong challenge, regular potatoes if you're not, or 2 sides of vegetables if you are. Then lightly season it or heavily season it, depending on what your taste. And finally, sprinkle it with some type of oil, whether it be olive oil or an avocado oil, or if you're not going paleo, you can even cover it with butter. But remember, that's 350 degrees at 1 hour, and it comes out, and here's a perfect meal. You come home from soccer practice, it's ready to go, come right out of the oven. I hope you enjoy it, and look forward to our next video coming out with an easy meal. Have a good night.